Hello guys, welcome to another interesting video in the series of coding. It is called two city scheduling this time, and let's get started to it. A company is planning to interview 2n people. Given the array cost, where cost of I is equal to a vector of size 2, where the first element is representing the cost of flying a person to city A, and the cost of flying a person to city B is represented by the second element in this vector. We have to return the minimum cost to fly every person to a city such that exactly n people are going to arrive to each city. So here we have 2n people. They are going to get distributed such that half of them are going to go to city A and half of them are going to go to city B. So let's get started to the logic of the code, and then we'll move to actually coding it. So we'll consider this case itself. So in this case we have people who are willing to fly to city A and city B, and the cost for flying the first person to city A in this case is 10, and the cost of flying him to city B is 20. And considering the second person, cost to fly him to city A is 30, cost to fly him to city B is 200. For the third person it is 450 respectively, and for the fourth person it is 30 and 20. Okay, so what we will have to do is we cannot sort them by either city A or city B, because in that case we will not be able to get the correct answer. So for example, if we had sorted them by the cost to fly to city B, let's just consider that the first and fourth person have the minimum cost to fly to city B. We are looking at only the cost to fly to city B. Then these two persons should definitely go to city A, right? So in this case, if we add up the cost 400 plus 30 plus 20 plus 20, it is going to give us 430 plus 20 is 450 plus 20 is 470. But the actual answer is 110. So 110 is the minimum cost to fly all of them. So we cannot divide them by just sorting them to either city B or city A. We will have to consider something called as relative cost. So let's see what the relative cost is. So relative cost means the profit that we will get by flying a person to city A over city B. Okay, so let me write RC for relative cost. So the relative cost of flying, consider the first person to city A over city B. So what is that profit or that money that we are saving of flying him to city A over city B? See, we fly the first person to city B, we are going to spend 20 rupees. But if we fly him to city A, we need to spend only 10. So we are going to save 10 by flying him to city A over city B. So this is the relative cost for the first person. For the second person, similarly, flying him to city B is going to cost us 200, flying him to city A is going to cost us 30. 200 minus 30 is 170, so we are going to save 170 by flying him to city A over city B. For the third person, relative cost is 50 minus 400, that is minus 350. So we are going to make a loss if we fly him to city A over city B. For the fourth person, similarly, 20 minus 30 is minus 10. So we are going to have to spend 30 if we are going to fly him to city A, and 20 if we are going to fly him to city B. So in this case, the relative cost of flying him to city A over city B is minus 10. So now we can sort this relative cost array. If we sort this relative cost array, we know whom to fly to city A and whom to fly to city B. So we fly first of all the second person to city A, then we are going to save a lot of money. So we are going to save 170 in this case. So we know that we have to definitely fly him to city A. Next, after this person is eliminated, we know that the maximum amount of money we can save among the remaining people is by flying the first person also to city A. So this guy is also eliminated. So 2 guys have gone out of 4, and the remaining 2 guys, we know that we will have to fly them to city B. So this is the logic, and we can move forward to coding it to understand it better. So we have to first initially sort them, and we have to sort them by relative cost. So I'm going to sort this cost array from beginning to end, and I will have to use another function. So let me say I'm going to sort them using relative cost. So I will have to declare this relative cost. So I am going to declare static bool relative cost function that is going to tell me how I am going to sort them. So I am going to sort them by relative cost. So this is going to accept 2 vectors. So for example, the first vector is vector int and first, and second vector is let me just call it second, so vector int and second. So whenever it sees two vectors, it knows that it will have to sort them by relative cost. So return, it's going to return either true or false. So if the first vector's relative cost is higher than the second vector's relative cost, we know we have to send that first person to city A over city B. So we have to give him preference if we are going to save more money on him. Okay, otherwise we will have to send the second person, so that will be more profitable for us. So this is it, and we will have to move forward. And now what we can do is, we would have got the sorted vector now. So since we have got the sorted vector, now what we can do is, we can just iterate over the cost vector. So we have passed it by reference, that means this cost vector is going to get sorted properly in the way that we want. Now we can just iterate over the cost vector, and we know that if for int I is equal to 0, I is less than cost dot size by 2 I plus plus, that is the first half of the elements in vector of cost, that is going to sum up, and they have to go to city A. So if they have to go to city A, then we can just add the first element from that vector. Okay, for all the remaining elements, we know that they have to go to city B. So we can just give, for int I is equal to cost of size by 2, I is less than equal to cost dot size I plus plus, all the remaining elements have to go to city B. And this will be it, but I have not declared sum, so I will also declare sum, and I will save it to 0, and then we can just return the sum variable at last. So we have to return the total sum. So that's it. This is the approach that hopefully should work, and it's working for the first test case. So we will also submit and see if it's working for all the test cases. Yes, so it's an accepted solution. Thank you for listening and being patient. If you like the video, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.